Holiday, all right, in the US 19 corridor, but it's basically west of US 19. It's going to be coming in onshore right here by Bailey's Bluff Road, all the way back out along the coast. I would be surprised if this thing makes it all the way to US 19. So it's all these neighborhoods that are right there along the coast near Beacon Square as well too. That's likely the rotation that we're seeing there, and it will not last long. It'll be very weak and fall apart. However, these things can do a little bit of damage. Usually end up with about 70, 80, perhaps 90-mile-per-hour winds, which is kind of a lot for a waterspout. We don't have big support in this particular cell for a big tornado, right? Something super strong and something that would last for a long time. So that's why the National Weather Service, that is, issued this tornado warning until 10:45. So we're only talking about, well, 10 more minutes left in it. And that's pretty indicative of the fact that it's a water spout. So we did see, I guess somebody reported this, and so that's why we have that. It's really tough to see water spouts on radar. This is the velocity. This is showing you all the rain, and you can see some of the heavier rain. It's coming in right in there. That's, watch the hook right here, a little bit right there. That little area is where we're watching. And Grant, if we go back over to velocity here, it's really tough. That's it. A normal thunderstorm that's doing a tornado has a lot of rotation in it through the atmosphere. And that's easier for radar to see because the radar is kind of looking up at a little bit of an angle. But it's this area right in here that we're watching. So let's zoom in here, Grant, towards Gulf Trace Boulevard, the Beacon Square area. If you're in this region, especially out towards Oswego Drive, yeah, good idea to get inside the center of your house. Put as many walls between you and the outside. Again, I think this is very weak, and it will likely fall apart, but obviously you need to watch out for this. This is right near the mouth of the Anclote River, really just to the north. You know where they have the stacks, the big tall stack. If you're out in that area, it's going right over that region and just to the north of it. So that's going to put it up towards Holiday. Now you get down here towards Tarpon Springs area, the docks are fine. You can watch this storm go by. You're not going to have any issues. Just north of there, especially if you're in that Tarpon Springs area, Tarpon Springs Road, old US 19, and you're going northbound, that's where you're going to have this coming in across right in there, right in that Anclote area. So Moog Road, Anclote by about 10:40, that's where we're sitting at right now. 10:55 by Holiday, so that's all the way out, and I just don't think that we're going to even have anything by 10:55. And in fact, the warning only goes through 10:45, so we've only got another, what, 7 or 8 minutes on it. Zoom out just a little bit here, Grant. This is really the only cell with rotation in it. We do have quite a bit of rain up and down the coast, and we could watch for the same thing in any of these cells. And the time period for this to pop up for any of them is going to be now through the next about hour and a half to 2 hours. There's not going to be a tornado watch. We're not in a situation like that. This is just a water spout that can blow onshore. Have you felt how warm and muggy it's been over the last couple of days? That's that onshore flow. It's very tropical. You get these storms to flare up right along the coast or over the water, and you can get a little spin up from time to time. No reports of damage at this particular time, so we'll be keeping an eye on that, but certainly want to watch for this cell as it moves off. Notice it's actually really small too. If you notice tornado warnings, the polygon's actually a little bit on the larger side. Technically, yes, this is a tornado warning, but they've kind of made it small along with the size and also the timing because it's right there along the coast and it's relatively weak. So Seven Springs Road, if you live north of there and west of US 19, right in here, that Moog Road area, that's where we want to be in our shelter. Just put as many walls between you and the outside. That's it. If you have a 2-story house, want to get down on the lower floor. Obviously, the folks down to the south in Tarpon Springs are going to be okay. Holiday, for the most part, especially if you're east of US 19, you know, on that eastern side there, looking pretty good. This is the latest velocity scan. We don't see a lot. Which one is this, Grant? Is this
this is velocity. Relative? This is the velocity, yeah.
Let's jump over the storm relative and see if that looks any different. Yeah, I can see a little bit right there. There's not much to work with here, guys.
Yeah, it looks like the cell a little bit southwest of it, down towards Tarpon, is trying to spin too.
Yeah.
And National Weather Service has not received any other reports out of Pasco County aside from that one of the water spout. So nothing further as the cell starts to move ashore.
Yeah, let's go back down while we're on this particular radar. Let's go southward down towards Palm Harbor. I want to look at this. See, this is not what we're not worried about these, but especially since now they're over land. But along that leading edge as it comes on, that's where you get a little bit of spin, and that's kind of showing some of that right there.
Let me switch over. I'll show you the Clearwater Beach camera real quick. Just
Let's go
because
north.
this will this kind of shows you what it looks like out there. So it's dark, it's really heavy rain, but even so, a little bit just east of all these rain, really showers, downpours, that's where you're going to get that spin that really could produce that tornado or potentially a water spout, obviously, as it moves inland. But switching back over to the radar, you see it's all up along the coast. I mean, we're looking anywhere from about central Pinellas County, Indian Rocks Beach, all the way north Pinellas County, and then into Pasco County, where we've got the tornado warning that's just south of Newport Richey. Really, it does include portions of Newport Richey, Elfers, but anywhere east of there, you should be good. A lot of these cells have been dying down. I mean, you zoom out and you see there's a couple of showers that are starting to move east of 75, but most of the storms have stayed relatively along the coast, slowly dissipate, and they're strongest right along the beaches, but really, really heavy rainfall. But still obviously waiting for this cell to move inland, and then it would likely dissipate and the threat for the tornado would clear.
And no reports right now. Guys, over on Weather 2, one of the main threats, obviously, with water spouts or tornadoes is to mobile homes and Gulf harbors. Right in there, there's quite a few there. It looks like it went right towards that area. You're in the northern part of that. I think it's more towards the Beacon Square area, but there's some in there as well too. Right now, if you look at the latest radar, this is what we're looking at now, it's not even raining there. So things have cleared out, but still in the tornado warning area. It's skirting right along the immediate coast. And let's go, I'm gonna go back just one or two here so we can see. We back? Yeah, we're on that one, okay.
There was a report of the water spout 8 miles west of Tarpon Springs. So we got a spotter out there that saw the water spout.
Yeah. And just want to watch this one section that's moving towards Tarpon Springs right now. Two areas, guys. One right in here. This is the Beacon Square. This is the one that we're watching for the warning. There's another one right in here that we would watch as well too, but no confirmation of anything like that. What we saw earlier was out here, and it moved over right into this direction here. So west of US 19, let's still be careful. We are in the warning for, what, we got just another 3 minutes now at this particular time. There it is. So you can see it's in the Holiday area, Beacon Square, Gulf Harbors as well. All of these areas right now, in fact, the main area is right along the immediate coast. Because again, here's the radar. It's not even raining at this particular point. Have they canceled it?
No, it hasn't canceled yet, no.
Okay. So looking at the area that's offshore now, see this in here. What we look for on the radar is rotation. And what you're seeing here, you see up at the top here where we've got that color, green and red. So green is coming towards the radar, red is going away from the radar. So what you're seeing here is this green is going that way, right? And this red is going that way. Now, I don't think there's a water spout in there. But those are the areas that we're watching. You can see a little mix right in here, right? It's not really clear that we've got anything in there. Another thing that we look for is actually debris. And if it picks up debris, we can actually see that with the radar. And we're not seeing anything with that as well, too. Either way, it's going to be literally right here along the coast, just north of Tarpon Springs. There's some commercial stuff up there. There's actually a couple nice neighborhoods up there as well, too. Right along the immediate water. That, to me, looks like what this warning was for right here.
And honestly, Bobby, I mean, all morning long, there hasn't been a lot of rotation showing up on the radar. This was purely something where there was a water spout, and so it looks like a lot of this rotation is really low level. So even the radar beam, as it gets far away from the radar site, it's higher up off the ground. So low-level rotation here occurring. They saw the water spout, and once they got that confirmed report from the spotter, they had to issue the warning because it was approaching the coast. But the thing about this system, actually, or all these showers, is they're moving relatively slow, moving around 10 miles per hour. So regardless of the threat of this water spout moving ashore, even the heavy rainfall is going to last for a while along the beach, anywhere really from Hudson all the way down to Palm Harbor, and actually Clearwater too, getting really heavy rainfall, and it's going to sit there for a while as it slowly moves to the east.
You can see Gulf Harbors. It's literally the eastern side is not seeing much any rain. The side right out there on the Gulf is. You head down towards the mouth of the Anclote River there, and you can see most of that's okay, but obviously we've got some heavier rain coming in, and that will get in towards that Victor area there over on Anclote Road. So again, the warning, let me show you while we're zoomed in here where that warning is. It's north of the Anclote River, the mouth of the river, so where the smokestacks are. If you've got friends or family that are out there, well, I tell you, if they're out on Anclote or Three Rooker, they're in the middle of the rain right now, so they'll be dodging that for sure. This activity is actually going to die down a little bit later this afternoon. The type of flow pattern that we're under now, we get these showers and storms first thing in the morning through about lunchtime right along the coast. All right, that's it, guys. They just let it expire, so we're going to get you back to programming. Let me show you before we go. I want to put this into motion. This is basically it, and I would say through about 1 to 2 o'clock we'll be dealing with this, and then most of it will be moving inland throughout the rest of the afternoon. All right, let's get you back to programming. Thank you for letting us bump in here.